What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a lovely one. Let's listen to some Dead Kennedys today. We're going to listen to their track Holiday in Cambodia. I almost said Holiday in Vacation. That doesn't even make sense. This is off of their album Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, released in 1980. This song has been requested like a ton. When I started doing a little bit of punk here and there, everyone was like, you gotta listen to Holiday in Cambodia, you gotta listen to Dead Kennedys. So I've had them on my list, and now I've hit that part of my list. So we're gonna listen to this track. Now, I did see that there were apparently two versions of this song. Apparently there's the single version and the version that's on the album. Well, I'm gonna pick the album version because it's a little bit longer, of just, I guess, about 30 or so seconds, and has some extra, I guess, music in there. Obviously has to be filled with something. 30 seconds, but let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Really interesting album cover here, by the way. Not the album cover, but the single cover. I've seen, not this, but Rage Against the Machine used a picture similar to this with the self-immolating, I believe it was a monk that burned themselves in retaliation against, I believe, some sort of occupation. I can't remember. But I've seen album covers like these, and I always think it's like really, I mean, it's horrifying, the images they use, but it's for a reason. So I'm interested to get into this, see what it's about. Holiday in Cambodia, Dead Kennedys. whoa, 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 whoa. All right. I am still kind of new to the punk genre, so, understand that. But can I tell you one thing? That guitar, the tone, the speed, the leads and the solo there, I'm loving that guitar. East Bay Ray, who's hitting that is really, really, really good. I'm loving the riffs that he's doing in this track. Let me pull it back. His tone is so groovy as well, alongside of that bass, especially in the beginning, which is like very surfer rock-ish. Actually, kind of works with the lyrics too. Bass is being played by Klaus Farid. That was great. Now, there's one thing that's hard for me when it comes to punk music, even though I haven't listened to a lot. It is an issue that I come across, is that I'm not a huge fan sometimes of the vocals. I'm not a huge fan of the vocal styles. Like, I can see myself probably if I listen to a lot more, actually, dived into the genre, and I would become more accompanied to it. Like, I can understand death growls more than I can understand what he's saying if I didn't have the lyrics there. And I'm sure that that's because I acclimated and threw myself into genres like metal and all that stuff that, I feel that way. So I'm sure with repeated listenings, I could kind of get it. But on a first listen and still new to the genre, I'm still not in love with the vocals too much. I like the chorus when he's repeating Holiday in Cambodia. I like that part. But otherwise, I don't know. It's not doing anything for me. Like this I like. Yeah, like when he's like, "That to pack a life." Like I like that. Like he does it a lot better than I do. But I like that part. But when he's just kind of going through the verse, let me pull it up real quick. I can't understand a thing he's saying. I really cannot. If I didn't have the lyrics there, I wouldn't understand a thing he's saying. But even without understanding what he's saying, I'm not really liking the way he's saying it. so I don't have much to say on that, except I'm not a huge fan of the vocal styling here. That guitar, though, with that constant bass line just throbbing in the background, I'm a huge fan of that. You know what else I'm a huge fan of? These lyrics. These lyrics are great. Awesome message in it. Now, before I get into these lyrics any further, let's mention it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? They use the N-word in here. Now, you may not know this, but I'm black. I'm a little light. But I am black, right? That's fine. It's fine. Especially because of the way it's used in the message of the lyrics. They're not doing it to be offensive or crass or anything. They're doing it because there's a reason. Let's talk about these lyrics, guys. So you've been to school for a year or two, and you've seen it all. In daddy's car, thinking you'll go far, back east, your type don't crawl. Someone who is very, very privileged, grew up sheltered, never grew up with a certain type of hardship, didn't see anything, didn't live through anything. They've had it kind of all for them. Play ethnic-y, that's a hard word, ethnic-y jazz to parade your snaz on your 5 grand stereo. They got a good sound system too. Bragging that you know how much they feel cold. And the slums got so much soul. Someone who has never experienced anything like that, think they know everything, bragging that they know this and know that, but really don't have a clue. And I like the way the word is used there, right? Because it's not the singer who's saying that word, you know what I mean? It's him saying how this particular type of person thinks. They'll play the jazz, they'll play the soul, they'll act like they know about something, but they still have in the back of their mind like a racist, oh, you poor black folk kind of mentality. I think that is so cool the way that he's written those lyrics and how he's like, he's peeking inside the brain. That is so cool. It's time to taste what you most fear. Right guard will not help you here. What's right guard? Brace yourself, my dear. Brace yourself, my dear. It's holiday in Cambodia. It's tough, kid, but it's life. It's a holiday in Cambodia. Don't forget to pack a wife. So what I'm kind of getting from this is just my interpretation before I look too much into it, is that this is, like I said, a sheltered young kid, young person, who's going on holiday, on vacation to this place that they're going to be sheltered even when they go to this place. They're going to go to like the resorts, the tourist areas, but they're not going to see what's actually happening there. They're not going to see the other side. I know that there were massacres and things going on in Cambodia. I'm assuming this is kind of the point that he's relating to. When was this released again? 1980. I think so. With the Khmer Rouge, I think they were called, and a lot of stuff happening there. So, and that might even be where this picture is taken from on the album cover. So, I think he's kind of saying, like, you don't see all this other stuff that's going on. You don't really understand what other people are going through. Just because you've had, you know, all these things given to you, daddy's taking good care of you, you don't get what's happening on the other side. You're a star belly sneech. I've never heard of a sneech. You suck like a leech. You want everyone to act like you. Kiss butt while you complain so you can get rich. But your boss gets richer off you. Well, you'll work harder with a gun in your back. For a bowl of rice a day, slave or soldiers till you starve. Then your head is skewered on a stake. Okay, actually, well, I don't think so. I was about to say maybe this is about the draft, but this is Cambodia, not Vietnam. And 1980 was definitely after Vietnam. So I was about to say maybe it's about the draft. Someone who's been sheltered, but now obviously going to war. But I think he's really just saying, like, if you saw what other people were going through, then you'd actually understand. You know, more than lip service, more than that. Now you can go where people are one. Now you can go where they get things done. What you need, my son. It's holiday in Cambodia where people dress in black. A holiday in Cambodia where they'll kiss your butt or crack. Pol Pot. I'm not sure what that means. Let me look it up really quick. Pol Pot. There it is. Okay, yeah, okay. So Pol Pot was actually the leader of the Khmer Rouge and dictator in Cambodia until he died in 1998. Yeah, so there's a whole nother side to what's happening there, and they're not quite seeing that. And then they end with holiday in Cambodia where you'll do what you're told. A holiday in Cambodia where the slums got so much soul. Like, you want to discover that soul? This is where you're going to find it. Go take a visit. See what you think. You know? But you could even... I mean, this is going to be a message that's going to go on forever. You could apply this to modern times. You know? You can apply this to social media. Showing the best of what you have. That's all you ever see. But you don't see the other side behind it. Or people that go to a place. And, I mean, when you go visit a place, knowing, you know, you're typically going to go to, like, the safe areas and stuff like that. But there's also an understanding of what other people go through. And if possible, I mean, doing whatever we can to help, right? I mean, and even if we can't, like, go and help, I mean, there's things we can do, you know, as charities and things like that. But it's more so just the understanding. Don't think you understand the other side. Maybe listen to people, listen to experiences of people who are on that other side. That's another way you can learn, by listening to one another. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I love these lyrics on here. This is really, really good. Like I said, the way that the lyrics are sung, I'm not so sure about, but I do like what he's speaking about and what we're talking about here. Anyways, good one. Let me know what you guys thought of it. You know, you can let me know in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, on Patreon, on so many other platforms, but you can also subscribe and like the video before you leave. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope you come back tomorrow, and I'll see you then, guys. Bye.